What is your job occupation?
I am a distribution manager at UPS. Um, I basically am a warehouse supervisor, and we warehouse Dyson products. Yeah.
What do you do at work on a day-to-day basis?
On a day-to-day basis, a typical day for me, I get in at 6:45 a.m. Open up the facility, turn off the alarm. Um, I go to my cubicle in our inbound operation, and then I approve people's time cards on our Nova time system, and then I see how many trucks we have on the schedule for today, and um, then I opened up our inbound log and I put the truck information on the log, and I print out plaques for the truck or information for the truck. That's what the plaques are for,
Yeah.
and then you know then we get started with our day and we unload trucks. Some of the trucks we have to manually load by hand, and other trucks we have to unload using a forklift truck. And I usually coordinate people on where to go and what to do. Um, and that's pretty much it. You know, the basics of it.
Okay. Do you feel a sense of pressure at your job?
Yes, it's always pressure.
What does the pressure look like? That's what I mean by elaborate. Yeah. Like.
The pressure looks like so. A lot of the pressure is, top down. So basically, the senior managers. We have two senior managers at our warehouse, and you know, I could ask questions over email. If certain things need to be done, like for example, we had a lady at her job who had her the UPS started taking money out of her paycheck for health insurance that she never signed up for.
Damn.
So she actually reached out to the place or to the part of UPS that was doing it or payroll and asked them for her money back, and they said there was nothing that they could do. So she went and got an attorney and threatened to get her attorney, and they magically fixed it somehow. But then when they sent her check, originally when they sent it, it never showed up to the warehouse. So then I had to go in and email payroll to expedite her another check, but that second check never came again. So then she had gotten sick one week, and she missed the entire week of work, and then she went on vacation the next week. It was already planned for or whatever, but then she came back from her vacation and her check still wasn't figured out and still wasn't at the warehouse. So she didn't show up to work, and she called me and said, have you guys figured out my check? And I said, well, let me try to get to the bottom of it. So I emailed my supervisor, and we reached out to different people close to payroll, wondering where her check went, and it showed in the system that her check got sent out, but it just was never mailed. And she threatened to get her attorney again, but we got it situated to where her check is now being expedited to her house. So,
Was that
I
on
was
her end? Was that on her end? Like her receiving checks? Like.
no, it was on our end, on UPS's end, on management's end to get her check figured out and situated. Um, it's really payroll, but
Yeah.
as far as pressure goes, I was pressured to get, to reach out to different people and ask and wonder, and pretty much do an investigation on where her check went. Another example is we email our customer directly, our customer being the people that we store product for, which is Dyson. And Dyson, they ask a lot of questions on, their product that comes in the warehouse, whether it's over or short, whether it's damaged or not, whether it's accurate. And then I also get a lot of pressure from, my managers that I directly report to if my stuff is accurate and stuff like that. For example, I run inbound includes inventory, returns, and just the inbound operation. Returns was backed up because the people back there processing returns weren't doing their job efficiently. So I was tasked with getting returns back up to speed and back running efficiently. And not only did they ask me to do that, but then they also asked me to do it in an organized manner. That way, when corporate comes in the April, or corporate supposed to be coming to touring the facility in April, so there was pressure that corporate was going to come, and there was also pressure to get returns back up to speed because they weren't hitting their daily target. Um, so I spent the last 3 weeks getting returns organized and running efficiently, and I only have 8 hours to get it, the job done. On top of other things that I have going on, because not only returns as part of the inbound operation, but I'm also running, answering people's questions, making sure things are running smoothly, making sure trucks are going in the correct doors and stuff like that. So there's like, different pressures from all different types of angles that I'm dealing with on a day-to-day basis.
Okay, so when it comes to organizational communication, what we talked about was objectives being met for under management or just for anyone inside the company or the operation. So would you? I'm just not asking a question. So objectives is basically the sense of pressure that you get from management.
Yeah.
And from
And how fast those objectives get done is, the sense of pressure that I feel.
there's a time requirement
Yeah.
before the shift ends
Yeah, and
and during the shift.
the faster you get it done, and the faster it's out your way, and you don't have to deal with it anymore. And the faster, things just get finished. So
Okay, cool. Um, it's kind of cool. I'm getting your perspective because the people I've interviewed are just the part timers. That I get a corporate view, and then like I got dad's perspective. I got dad's answers too. So this helps out a lot actually. I don't know, just all based off the two questions you already answered. Dude, already. I already got a sense of what I could talk about for this presentation now. Okay. Well, this is a broad question. How do you feel about UPS as a company?
it's a great question. I feel overall as a company, UPS offers, great benefits and decent pay compared to its competitors like Amazon and FedEx. But overall, morally speaking, I don't think UPS lives up to its name as being a people first kind of company. Because UPS, there's pressure at any part of UPS that you work in, and a lot of the requirements and daily goals that need to be met are often more important than the actual people working. Especially where I work at in the warehouse, where we work with we're basically partners with Dyson, and our employees are non-union. So we often get people that come in through jobs temp services, and those people are often come from just sticky situations where they don't have a reliable ride to work, so they got Uber to work, or somebody got killed in their family. They're constantly having to go to funerals. They don't have clothes, proper gear to wear to work or whatever. But I think UPS puts on this front like they're about people and stuff like that, but behind closed doors, and once you actually get to work with the company, I don't think it really lives up to its name that they try to portray. And I think UPS is just like many other corporations out here, they're all for profit and about making money and hitting goals, but outside of that, caring about people and their livelihood and making sure that they're safe and are heard and their opinions are heard, I don't think they really meet up to that standard that they put out.
So, to add on to that, do you know UPS's mission statement? Just yes or no?
No.
No? Okay.
Not off the top of my head, I have to look at it.
Okay. This is a separate question, but this has to go on with UPS as a company. Does UPS care about safety?
Only when it matters, yeah.
All right,
Only when OSHA comes knocking on the door, then they'll care about safety. I think for really big things like like being safe while driving the truck, or carrying an E-reg box, or stuff like that they'll care about. But like little stuff like people wearing their proper work gear, or proper shoes to work, people running in the facility, um, you know, people not blocking the egress. The egress is always blocked. It doesn't matter which facility you go to. You can guarantee that the egress is blocked somewhere, because the volume is
Ridiculous.
Yeah, the volume is crazy.
Yeah.
Just only when it truly matters do they care about safety.
So when it affects company numbers, essentially, when they care about it.
Yeah.
Why is this off? Why is that? And then oh, okay. And then like you said, OSHA, they only care about what OSHA.
Yeah.
That's funny because OSHA